what's up, so many ways to say hello. We had a nice lesson the other day, which was about 5 tips on how to improve your speaking. And today we're going to do something similar, except we're not going to use the mouth. Today we're talking about ears and listening. So today, 5 really good tips on how to improve your listening. Especially the last one, believe me, the last one is the best. Most people don't know about it. Right here, you will get it. It's amazing and you will go like, wow, I understand almost everything now. Okay, let's get started. Watch movies or TV serials. For example, Game of Thrones, Breaking Bad, these are the most famous ones. Friends, or if you're like me, you started watching this stuff in the 90s. Seinfeld, love Seinfeld. It's kind of like Friends, but just before, different type of humor. I would not advise actually to improve your listening to watch something really complicated with a lot of slang. So for example, Breaking Bad or Game of Thrones, they use a lot of complicated, slangy type of language. Also on Friends and Seinfeld, but not that much. And it's more very common, everyday used phrases and slangs. So I would go definitely with Friends, or if you prefer, Seinfeld. You have the same character, the same people. You get used to their accent, you get used to their body language. So the more you watch it over and over again, yeah, you will like it. Another one I'm sure everybody knows, Big Bang Theory. Great. By the way, the introduction song is from the band the Bare Naked Ladies. Really great song, yeah, and really great serial. So watch it over and over again. The idea is to repeat, yeah, to repeat the listening. Repeat, repeat, repeat. Okay, and of course always subtitles. There's one more thing on here, of course, I did not put onto the board, yeah, just not to forget. It's the same as with speaking. Try to hang out with native speakers if you can. But this is more advice, and these are tips on how to do it if you're on your own, if you do not actually meet other native English speakers. Okay, number 2. Listen to the same radio host or podcast. Host, you have the same radio show. Usually in a radio show, you have one host who presents the show. Yeah, I can give you one good advice about this one. It's called website Online Radio Box. You have stations from all over the world. Yeah, I'm listening to one. If you go Online Radio Box, radio stations in Canada, in Alberta, and Ched, CHED. It's a talk radio station, and it's actually quite cool because if you're in Europe or Asia, then it's night, and they have really cool night shows with very interesting topics. Yeah, so listen to the same radio host and find something that interests you. That's also very important. If you're not interested in what they talk, if they're talking about politics and you don't like politics, yeah, you will not learn. Maybe you like stories about aliens from outer space coming to Earth. Then you will listen, you will understand new words, aliens, flying saucer, extraterrestrials, yeah, these kind of things. So whatever you like, that's how you will learn. Okay, number 3, watch sport events. For example, soccer, or as it's called in Europe, football, hockey, ice hockey in Canada, just called hockey. Yeah, listen to the commentators. For example, watch a football match, Premier League, Manchester United against Arsenal, and listen to the commentators. Most likely will have a very British accent if that's what you watch, yeah, if that's what you like. Yeah, otherwise, I would say hockey, it's very fast actually, because in hockey the puck is moving very fast. So if you want something slower, watch curling. Curling is kind of slow. Or watch golf. I mean, they're probably really slow commenting in golf. Imagine he takes the golf club, there's the ball, he's standing, shaking, looking, yeah? So depending what kind of sport, how your level is improving. Maybe at the beginning, golf, go watch soccer, then go to hockey, ice hockey. Yeah, this is just from slow to fast, and step by step you will improve. Number 4, listen to audiobooks. In your language, YL stands for your language. So audiobooks. Maybe there's a lot of books, Stephen King, if you're German. Yeah, you know It by Stephen King, and you know the story. Yeah, now you listen to an audiobook, Stephen King, It, in English, and because you already know what's happening in your language, you kind of can relate those words to your language, the new English words to your language. Yeah, or Harry Potter, if you're Russian, and you know Harry have watched or listened to Harry Potter in Russian, now listen in English and you will improve because you know what will happen. So vocabulary is already there. Yeah, your mind will just take it in. Okay, now last but definitely not least, this is my favorite and it really works. Transcripted radio. Now what do I mean by that? I don't like to do advertising for anybody, but NPR.org is an American publicly funded, no private station, publicly funded. Yeah, it's free radio and people donate, and if they really like this radio station, they give money to it. Yeah, but it's a really nice educational and very objective radio stations. You have news, sports, science, arts, music, whatever you want. Everything is there. And the best part about this, most podcasts or radio shows, also the news, they have a transcript. So everything they say, somebody took the time to type it all in, and it's there for you. You can just look at it. I will give you one example. NPR.org, go to shows and podcast, and under podcast, just one example, All Things Considered. All Things Considered is a show which summarizes the world news, American and world news of the day with many different topics. And just choose any topic. Maybe let's not talk about news or politics or sports. Let's say there is one part that speaks about history, for example, or paleontology. So maybe they speak about dinosaurs. Yeah, let's say it's a 4-minute podcast or listening about dinosaurs, the T-Rex. So what you do, step 1, you have the transcript, but do not read it yet. Click on play. Listen to the podcast, the radio show about dinosaurs, about the T-Rex. Maybe you will understand, let's say, 40, 50, 60%, maybe more, maybe less, depends on you, on your level of English. You listen, and then, next step, you click onto the transcript, and now everything you just heard is word for word is written down in this transcript. Now you read it out loud. It's always the best to read out loud to practice your speaking and pronunciation. Yeah, so you go through the text and there might be some words you don't know. Maybe the word is paleontology, and you probably know it's a Latin word, but let's say any other word, yeah, you don't know, and you find out, you check out what the word means, translate it, or look in an English dictionary where they look for synonyms. So you will find out what the word means. And maybe in this text you have 10, 20 words, vocabulary you don't know, but after you underline, you look them up, you speak out loud. So finish reading the text, and the next thing that you do, hold on, we add one more step. You listen and read at the same time. Click on play. At the same time you have the transcript open. It can easily be done. Read and listen. If you can, if it's not too much, read the transcript, listen to the audio, and speak out loud. Read out loudly with the transcript and the listening at the same time. If too complicated, maybe just listen and read, because it's about listening, this one. But at the same time, you could improve your speaking. When you finish with that, last step, don't look at the transcript. This time you click play, you listen only to the end, and ta-da! I guarantee you, if before you had 40%, you're up to 70-80%. If before you understood 50-60%, you are up to 80-90%. Maybe you understand everything. This will be a huge success, a huge feeling of success. You will be feeling really proud of yourself. Try it out. It really, really works. Okay? Tried it a million times. So thank you so much. If you have any questions about this, just comment. I gladly also send links, share links, whatever you like. Okay? Thank you so much. I am James. Easy and Fast English is your channel, and I hope to see you another day. Thank you and have a great day. Bye.